Good morning, wonderful people of AKWA, and thanks for joining our media broadcast of Tuesday, 7th December 2021. Now let's first the top stories. Collapse section of CALABAR to Federal Highway at ITAM. Dr. Gloria dating to with all village youth presidents in the local government area. AKWA State government is not owing registration fees. WAEC boss South Inter-Club Tennis Association's 2021 GM retreat and tournament ends in IBOM. For the news, I'm Joshua AKPAN, and now let's first the details and news. His Excellency the Governor of AKWA State, Mr. Emmanuel, has approved the immediate commencement of emergency intervention works at devastating gully erosion site at AKON ITAM to local government area. The specific locations are CALABAR to Federal Highway by AKON Construction Company Limited and CALABAR to Federal Highway by Union Bank. This approval is another demonstration of His Excellency the Governor's unalloyed commitment to the protection of lives of properties of residents and citizens of AKWA State. Recall that CALABAR to Road, a federal highway, has over the years suffered severe neglect from authorities concerned, and this is the third time that current administration is in AKWA State has intervened. Members of the public are advised to exercise extra caution within vicinity of the erosion sites while the restoration works are ongoing. Remember, a safe environment starts with you. Next, the Honorable Commissioner for Agriculture, Dr. Gloria, that on Monday, December 6th, met with youth presidents of the local government area. The meeting, which according to her was to foster unity and galvanize more support for the succession plan of Governor Emmanuel, was held at her AKON residence. Addressing the youth, Dr. EDET extolled the leadership qualities of the governor and praised him for the developmental strides his administration has recorded in the area. She appreciated the coordinators and other leaders of village youth for their notable efforts at making sure there is peace in all the village of any local government area. She then joined the youth to take the ongoing PDPE registration and revalidation exercise seriously. In his response, the local government village youth president, Mr. Kaniyene Ndarke, appreciated the commissioner for always interfacing with them and assured her that the youth of INI are solidly behind the governor and his succession plan. Also in his remarks, the INI PDP chapter chairman, Honorable Emmanuel Uma, thanked the coordinators of village youth and charged them to always be law-abiding and loyal to constituted authorities. Next, the West African Examination Council WAEC has dismissed reports in the media that payments due the WAEC for candidates from AKWA public schools for the 2021 examinations has not been made. The council, in a release signed by the head of national fees, Patrick Regan, reiterated that all fees due to WAEC were cleared by the AKWA State government before commencement of annual examination. The council, however, appreciated Governor Emmanuel later government for patronage over the years and expressed readiness to continuously do business with the state government, which they described as a reliable stakeholder. And in the world of sports, the South Inter-Club Tennis Association 2021 around general meeting, retreat and tournament hosted by AKWA and Cross River zone of the body, which commenced on Friday 3rd December 2021, was on Saturday, rounded off in AKWA State. The fiesta, which was attended by over 300 delegates from over 25 tennis clubs across the South-South geopolitical zone, was climaxed with the formal inauguration of a new exco of the body, held by Sir AKPAN as president. Also, the Government House Leisure and Tennis Club from Delta State emerged champions of this year's South Inter-Club Tennis Tournament, played at the standard tennis court of the AKPAN club located at the GRA in AKPAN. The team carried home with gold trophy plus a star prize of 200,000 naira, while the Chapel of Grace Ukana got the runner-up, played in addition to 100,000 naira prize money. The new executive that would by lots of affairs of the South Inter-Club Tennis Association, SITA, has AKPAN of the Chapel of Grace Club Okana as president, while the deputy president is Chijoke Ndibisi Amu. Nadi, a member of the Port Harcourt Sport Club. Other ex-members include Ogama, Brides of Asaba Sport Club, as first vice president, Engineer Kenneth Onumaku of the Ket Club is the second vice president, Fidel Kokodia of Port Harcourt Club in the secretary is the Secretary General Kaniyani Banga of Ikarakbene Club, Assistant Secretary Victor Nalu Chuku Emi of Shell Club, Wari Financial Secretary Efa Odi or John of Calabar Club is the Treasurer, while Barrister Augustine Nefiok of York Club is the Public Relations Officer. Also famous Donate Biga of Gianagua Sports Club is the Organizing Secretary. Stellas Begu of Port Harcourt Club is Welfare Officer, while Ekpenyong Peter Efiong of the Police Tennis Club Port Harcourt is the new Technical Advisor and Competition Secretary. The election was conducted and supervised by the Organization Secretary Electoral Committee headed by Rear Admiral Rudrak Hussein, retired, who also doubled as the chairman of the LOC. Administering office under the Memapabio led a seat at Excope, Barrister Akan Meriu tax that the Exco to ensure strict adherence to the constitution of the body while discharging their duties. In his acceptance speech, the president of South Inter-Club Tennis Association, Adam Mapabio, who later administered the oath of office on some trustees and presidents of the club, including Rear Admiral Duakesian, Ifeanyi Nwachuku, and Perekweri. Amongst others, thanks delegates for the confidence reposed in him and pledges readiness to abide by the constitution of the body. He also vowed to move the association forward while congratulating champions of the South tournament for emerging victorious during the tournament. Sarakbabi popularly celebrated as a leader of the boys and a sports lover, assured that the sports club will not relent in its determination to discover more sporting talent amongst the youth. Describing the 2021 AGM as very successful, Sir Makbabi commended delegates from across the South states for gracing the retreat and prayed God to grant their journey mercies back to their various destinations. Meanwhile, the rivers in Bayels of Sita is to host the maiden edition of Nigeria Delta Sita Open Tournament next year. And that was the news at 7. Before we round up, let's first top stories who met the headlines. Club section of Calabar to Federal Highway at AKON, ITAM. Dr. Gloria that interfaces with all village youth presidents in the local government area. IBOM state government is now owing registration fees. WAEC boss South Inter-Club Tennis Association 2021 AGM retreat in tournament ends in IBOM. For more updates, do well to visit our webpage at www.ibomvoice.business.blog and as well as our Facebook page at IBOM Voice Media. Million thanks again for joining us at the broadcast of 7. My name again remains Joshua AKPAN. Sometimes tomorrow.